Hi everyone, Marco here. Today, you will listen to English in real time. You will not translate. You will not pause. You will simply understand the story as it happens. The forest, the light, and the animals will guide you, and your mind will build the images naturally. At the end, you will feel proud of yourself because you will realize that you understood everything: the sounds, the movements, and the small details. You will not only understand the English, you will also see the story in your imagination. And when the story finishes, you will leave with a quiet satisfaction because English can feel natural, visual, and alive. And today you will experience it. I enter the forest while the sun is low in the sky. The air feels warm but not hot. The light passes through the leaves with a golden color, and small particles of dust float like tiny stars. My steps are quiet but not silent. The forest is not a place without noise. It is a place where noise is delicate. Dry branches crack softly under my shoes, and my breath mixes with the slow wind that moves between the trees. I notice the smell of wet soil and wood. The humidity stays close to the ground, and I feel it on my skin. The forest at this hour feels like a secret space where animals are preparing for the night or finishing the day. I walk slowly, not because I am tired, but because I want to see everything. A small bird appears on a low branch. It is not afraid, but it is alert. Its head moves quickly to the left and right, as if measuring the world. Its feathers are light brown with a soft chest of yellow. It jumps from one branch to another, testing its position. Then it starts picking at the bark, searching for insects. The bird works with precision, and I admire its technique. It does not waste energy. Every movement has a purpose. Farther ahead, I hear leaves moving. It is not the wind this time. A fox walks through a narrow path between bushes. Its fur has a rich reddish color, and the tail looks heavy and elegant. The fox stops, lifts its head, and sniffs the air. I freeze for a moment and observe. The fox is not hunting, it is foraging. It searches for food with careful movements, placing its paws gently, as if the ground is fragile. The animal glances around, checking territory and space, and then continues. The sun is lower now. The shadows grow longer and sharper. Twilight approaches slowly, and the forest changes mood. Sounds become clearer. I hear a woodpecker tapping in the distance. Each tap echoes between trunks. Another bird answers with a short song. And for a moment, the forest feels like an orchestra of tiny percussion instruments. I follow a small slope until I reach a clearer area between trees. A fallen log lies in the center, covered with green moss. On top of the log, a squirrel sits with a nut between its paws. It moves quickly, almost nervously, opening the nut with its teeth. Its tail rises and falls like a flag, and its eyes shine with curiosity. The squirrel finishes eating and disappears in a second, almost like a magic trick. I smile without thinking. The wind turns cooler. Leaves move in circles on the ground. I hear something above me, and I look up. There is a nest on a high branch. It is built with thin sticks and pieces of dry plants. The structure looks fragile, but it is strong enough for new life. A small bird enters the nest, and I imagine eggs inside. Instinct does not need translation. The bird knows what to do. As twilight deepens, the colors shift from gold to orange and then to pale purple. The forest floor becomes darker, but the sky between branches is full of light. In this moment, the forest feels like two different worlds. one that prepares for sleep and one that prepares for activity. I continue walking, listening more than looking. Footsteps are less important now. Sound becomes my main guide. I hear water. A small stream crosses the forest. The water is clear and calm. A frog sits on a rock. Its skin is green with dark spots. The frog jumps into the water, leaving circular ripples behind. Across the stream, I notice two deer. They stand close to each other, eating leaves from a low bush. Their movements are slow and elegant, as if time is different for them. One deer raises its head and looks toward me. Its ears move forward, and its expression is alert, but not scared. I stay still, showing respect. After a few seconds, the deer lowers its head and continues eating. The forest teaches me patience. Night approaches. The orange sky fades into soft blue. The first stars appear above the branches. I hear a new sound, a distant owl. Its call is deep and repetitive. The owl announces its territory. It prepares to hunt while other animals finish their daily cycle. I sit on a rock near the stream. The cold moves slowly into the forest, and a thin mist forms near the ground. From here, I can observe without blocking paths or disturbing the animals. Another fox appears, smaller than the first one. This one moves with more confidence, as if the night belongs to it. The fox crosses the stream by stepping on stones. It shakes its tail and continues its journey. I feel peaceful. I am not in control of the forest. I am not the center. I am a visitor. When I stop trying to understand everything and simply observe, comprehension comes naturally. Language works the same way. English becomes easier when I watch it in real time, without pushing, without translating. The owl calls again, louder. A pair of birds fly from one tree to another. I sense the transition between day and night more clearly. The forest is a system, and every animal adapts to survive. The fox, the squirrel, the deer, the bird, the owl. They all share the same space with different jobs and different rules. The sky turns dark. Only the stream reflects a silver line. I decide it is time to leave. I stand up slowly and walk back through the trees. My steps blend with the forest. I feel part of it, not separate. I exit the forest with a quiet mind. The world outside feels louder, faster, and brighter. But I keep the forest inside me. I keep its vocabulary, its sounds, and its rhythm. I understand a little more about animals and a little more about English. Later, at home, I remembered the forest. I remembered the warm light of the sunset, the rich colors, and the slow rhythm of twilight. I remembered how each animal moved, the fox foraging, the squirrel eating, the deer observing, and the owl calling from far away. Everything felt connected and calm. I did not fight the language. I did not translate. I observed, I noticed, and I understood. The forest taught me English in a natural way, without rules and without pressure. When I closed my eyes, I could still hear the woodpecker tapping, the leaves moving, and the water running in the stream. It was a peaceful memory. Repeat with me. The forest slows down at twilight. The forest slows down at twilight. Golden light filters through the trees. Golden light filters through the trees. The fox forages with careful steps. The fox forages with careful steps. The squirrel eats with quick precision. The squirrel eats with quick precision. The deer share a quiet space. The deer share a quiet space. Twilight reshapes the forest's colors. Twilight reshapes the forest's colors. The owl declares its territory. The owl declares its territory. Instinct guides every small movement. Instinct guides every small movement. I observe without breaking the flow. I observe without breaking the flow. I understand the scene naturally. I understand the scene naturally. Thank you for listening to this real-time English story. If you reach the end, you practiced something very important. You understood without translating, and you created images in your mind. That is how English becomes natural. Before you go, I want to ask you something. Which animal stayed in your memory today? Was it the fox, the squirrel, the deer, or the owl? Or maybe it was the forest itself with its colors and sounds. Share your answer and tell us how it felt to understand the story without stopping. Your experience matters, and it helps other learners feel confident too. Keep practicing, keep noticing, and enjoy the language as it happens.